Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's a little after 12 p.m. and it's Monday, March 31st. Where did the time go? We're almost into April. It's going to be April tomorrow. Anyway, very happy to have you here as we prepare to spend some of this contemplative time, um, just being still and feeling what it's like to just be in the present moment as much as we're able. So, all of that said, let me invite you to get yourself feeling at ease and comfortable in your seat. I'm gonna get myself situated here, and hope you have the opportunity to do the same. You know, our bodies are going to be different from time to time, from week to week, and even hour to hour. So the position that may have been most comfortable for you last time may be different today. So see what it's like to really attend to your own ease, your own comfort, your own well-being as we enter into this time together. And when you feel that you are situated as you would like to be, I want to invite you to just let your eyes be softly and gently closed. As you sit here, just begin to let your awareness rest upon your body as a whole. Let yourself rest into this moment and let your experience, whatever it's like, whatever thoughts or sensations or feelings come into your awareness. Let all of that be fine and good, whatever it is. Entering this time with no expectations for any particular experience, not trying to be perfect at anything or anticipate any particular outcome, but rather just coming in with what we call the kavanah, the direction, the intention to let this time be precisely exactly what it is. And let that be, as we say in modern Hebrew, let that be beseder. Let that be okay. Feel the weight and substance and reality of your body resting on the chair or the cushion, however you're sitting. And know that you can let go of any tightness or holding or tension in your body because your seat is secure, It's holding you up, and you can allow yourself to fully occupy this space, letting go of anything that's not needed for you to just be sitting here and now. There is a beautiful Hebrew word. The word is rachamim. It's also a name in Hebrew, rachamim. Rachamim means compassion. Compassion itself meaning to feel along with someone else, to make space for their feelings. But of course, there is self-compassion. We can bring tenderness and understanding and generosity to our own experience. And this word in Hebrew that we translate as compassion, this word rachamim, is said to be related to the Hebrew word rechem. Rechem is the Hebrew word for womb, which we might think of as a place that is safe, as a place that is generative and surrounded with love and protection. And you might think of this time as being that kind of protective, nurturing, and safe place, a place where you are held and nurtured and nourished by this very silence, by this stillness. This in and of itself is a source of nourishment and chiyut, we say in Hebrew, a source of vitality, of life energy. Just to be quiet. And we can even bring into this kind and compassionate and understanding awareness a thought from the prayers from the liturgy of the High Holy Day season, where one of the piyutim, one of the poems says, El Melech Yoshev al Kisei Rachamim. God is, in poetic metaphor, described as seated upon a Kisei Rachamim, a seat that is in and of itself a seat of compassion. So you might let your own seat, your own sitting at this moment be in the nature of a kisei rachamim, a seat of compassion and kindness and understanding, generosity, extending that generous, loving presence, that foundation, that seat to yourself, extending that love and kindness to your own mind and heart as you would extend those qualities to a dear and beloved friend. And knowing that the more rachamim, the more kindness, the more tenderness, the more chesed, the more loving behavior that we extend toward ourselves, that you extend toward your own self, the greater will be your capacity to be tender and loving and generous to those around you. As we're famously told in the Torah, "V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha," love your neighbor kamocha as you love yourself, understanding that love of others and love of self is two sides of the same coin. So as we sit in this safe and kind and loving and the rachamim filled time together, you might let your awareness broaden just enough to begin to become aware of the movement of your breath flowing in and out, noticing the way your chest and abdomen expand as you draw this breath inward, noticing the opposite movements as your chest and abdomen contract as the breath is released. We'll spend a minute or two just sitting like this, being curious about our breathing, taking an interest in Nishmat Chayim, this breath of life. And in the moment of noticing that our minds have wandered off, followed some thought, some story, just coming back to the breath without comment or judgment. Our minds wander, that's what they do. And this is a chance to practice acceptance of that while still coming back to our kavanah, our intention to be with the breath. So, as we continue to sit here, letting our eyes continue to be closed, they are, we're going to sing a little bit. This is a melody that we did a number of weeks ago. I don't think we've done it since then. Um, it is connected to a teaching of Rabbi Menachem uh, of Chernobyl from the Ukraine. And in this teaching, Rabbi Menachem was contemplating his own life, his own, we would say in Hebrew, chiyut, his own aliveness, and wondering at that mystery and asking the questions, what is this aliveness that I am? And who is this aliveness I am? And then the provocative question, how is this aliveness I am? And his answer in Hebrew was, Halo haborei yitbarach. Is all of this not the blessed creator? And there's a version of this where we can sing these thoughts in English, and it starts with a little nigun. So we'll sing it a few times. It goes like this. I diddy die diddy die die die. I am alive. I diddy die diddy die die die. I am alive. I diddy die diddy die die die. I am alive. I'm alive. We'll sing that again. I diddy die diddy die die die. I am alive. I diddy die diddy die die die. I am alive. I diddy die diddy die die die. I am alive. I'm alive. Second part. And what is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? And how is this aliveness I am? Is it not the Holy Blessed One? I did it, I did it, I am alive. I did it, I did it, I am alive. I did it, I did it, I am alive, I'm alive. And what is this aliveness I am? And who is this aliveness I am? And how is this aliveness I am? Is it not the Holy Blessed One? I did it, I did it, I am alive. I did it, I did it, I am alive. I did it, I did it, I am alive. I'm alive. All right. There is no reason to rush. Please do take your time. And when you feel that you are ready, you can just allow your eyes to open. So we have just a teeny bit of time left before we're going to bid each other farewell. Although I know there are going to be other people who access this later on from the recording. Um, just to point out the fact that we enter a new book of Torah this week in the annual cycle of the readings. Uh, this is a book that in Hebrew is called Vayikra, which means he called, and it refers to God calling out to Moses. Um, and there is a, particular little interesting little tradition in the Masorah, which is the set of traditions as to how the letters and words are written in a Torah scroll and where the paragraph breaks are and so forth. That in that word Vayikra, he called, God called. The Aleph, the last letter of the word Vayikra, is written. It almost looks like superscript. It's smaller than the other handwritten letters, and it kind of floats on top of the line. And all sorts of speculation and reasons given for this. Um, Different opinions, as you would expect in a Jewish tradition. And one of them says that the small aleph it points us toward Moses's humility. that Moses, for all of his greatness, was a humble person. And there's a lot we can say about humility. I think sometimes humility is a hard idea for us because we confuse being humble with having a poor self-image or having low self-esteem. And that's not, at least in the tradition, that's not really what humility is. Humility is connected with gratitude, and it is an understanding of one's place in the universe. And especially in terms of gratitude, all those things that come to us not because we've earned them, not because of our merit, but just because these things come to us through life and through being alive and through the goodness and generosity of others who help to take care of us. So a lot more we could say about that, but for now, we'll let you go. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Um, Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye bye.